Hey, what's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 39, and we're recording on Monday, June 17th, 2019. I'm your boy, Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Oh my god. Hello.
All right, as a quick weekly reminder, please like, subscribe, download us, leave us feedback and questions at sojutalkpodcast@gmail.com, YouTube, Reddit, wherever you are finding us. Wherever. And we will be talking about Produce X101. Is it episode 7? Is 6 or 7?
Yes.
Episode 7 at the end of the podcast. So if you're watching that show, definitely stick around for that. There will be spoilers, of course, because how can we not have spoilers? And one shout out this week. Shout out to Carmen. Carmen is also going to be at KCON New York. I will try to bump into her at some point because I think it's my duty to do so.
Yes.
All right, guys. Wow. I think this week is dominated by the news more than the music this week.
Agreed.
Oh, big oof.
Like, I'm talking about the
Real small brain moves.
a lot of stuff. I mean, we had bad stuff. We got BI. We got YG. We also have some interesting stuff. We have Kang Daniel going solo, Samuel going independent, and the reforming of the IOI Exodia. Like,
Yep.
we'll eventually get to that, but first we got to go through the music because this is a K-pop podcast after all. So let's talk about the brand new releases. So there was, let me count here. Let's see if I could do some numbers here. There was 5.5 releases, I'm going to say.
Half? Where's the half?
5.5?
Because Ateez had a double music video release. So
right.
on Monday, June 11th, Ateez came out with Wave, and they also released the music video for Illusion. The following day, on the 11th, Seongwu made his solo debut with Heart Sign. On Wednesday, from TVXQ or DBSK, however you know them, came out with Follow, with which is his Korean solo debut. On Thursday, we had Jeon Somi's solo debut with Birthday, and then today on Monday we had SF9 come back with RPM. A lot of debuts this week. Wow.
Wow.
But let's start with Ateez Wave. Okay.
Oh boy.
Hakuna Matata ya.
I was not expecting that line.
Yo,
Why?
I liked it so much though. I was really down for
You
it.
like it?
What?
Wait, really?
Anita, this is one of my hot takes that Ateez Wave was the best song this week.
Really?
Wow. Okay.
I don't know.
Wow.
Wave was personally, I didn't like it. I wouldn't say it's my least favorite. I didn't like it.
What? Okay.
Sorry, I just don't like Moombathon songs. You know?
Yeah,
like,
it's a genre.
I mean, I love Moombathon. You know that. Rumor is it's still top 2 songs all time for me.
The rumor.
But we got Ateez out of KQ Entertainment. I would consider them rookie groups because they debuted last October.
Mhm.
That's still rookie, yeah.
This is definitely an improvement from, you remember their pirate theme stuff back in November?
Yeah.
That was low. We weren't thinking that. I'm okay. Okay, so they released Wave and Illusion. I know Warren didn't listen to Illusion. I'll just say that I'm happy that they chose Wave as the title track because Wave is definitively better. They did this summer theme where the vibe is sort of like Hakuna Matata, which means don't worry, right? All the rest of your days, Lion King.
Okay.
I really like that part though. Hakuna Matata, yeah.
Okay. Honestly, that's the only part about the song I actually enjoy. Anita, why didn't you like it? What is wrong?
Well, the thing is, in general, just the genre is not my thing. I don't. The Boombaton tropical thing is not something that I really like to listen to. But I feel like, especially in this song, I don't know what it is about this song, but it reminded me too much of something that Card would sing. I wasn't.
You're right.
That I almost feel like it wasn't. I don't know. I feel like it's not very distinguishable for them. So I don't know.
Okay. I do like the song. It's not a song to put them over the top. I just thought this is a solid summer song for them. And as a rookie group, this is pretty good. Because there was at no point for me where I was like, this is bad. I didn't think that at all. I thought this is all right. This is pretty good for them.
Yeah, it's pretty standard,
Actually, I'm going to take back that this is my favorite song of the week. I just looked at the list again.
Oh, gee. That's not good for any Ateez fans out there.
No, but I think. Wait, I'm seeing Ateez at KCON. They're on day one. I believe.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
So
shoot.
I'm gonna be jamming out to Wave. I don't know about everyone else there, but I'm gonna be having a good time.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not my favorite from this week.
Here's the thing, though. I do feel like okay, I'm always about do something different, to do
Mhm.
something unique. They debuted with pirate themes, and I was like,
Mhm.
I wasn't digging that, so like, I'm kind of happy they're going more of a standard boy group route. Like
Oh.
I like that about them. This is good so
Is
far.
this suffering a little with you, sort of like Boogie Up did with Uju Sonya, where it's kind of like a common trope, like just a summer song,
Right.
or it's
Yeah.
not gonna put them over the top?
Yeah.
I can see that. I just thought it was definitely an improvement of other concepts they've done in the past.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right, let's
I
move on
agree.
to Ong Song-woo's solo debut, Heart Sign, aka the Pepsi song.
commercial.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Pepsi.
Ong is obviously from 101, produced season 2.
Mhm.
Like, I thought the song was fine, but oh my god, the amount of Pepsi promotion was out of control on this song.
He loves Pepsi, I guess.
Like, oh my goodness. I don't know who made that decision. I understand that sometimes you need some ads in your music. That always happens. I think what comes to mind is AOA had a soda commercial pretty much. Was it Sprite in one
Sprite.
in one of their
Mhm.
songs? Yeah. But there was the amount of Pepsi was too damn high in this one. Now, Anita, did you like this in general though, or were you kind of meh about it?
I did, and I think the reason is because this song reminds me a lot of Energetic.
Okay,
by
that's
101.
the number one thing in my notes, that this is pretty much
Yes.
like softer Energetic.
Yeah, and I feel like out of all the debuts from the previous members of 101, I feel like this one carries their sound more.
Yes.
So I think that's why I still enjoyed it, because I like 101's sound overall, and I think Seongwu just recreated that on its own. So
I completely
to me, I
agree
think it was good.
that out of all the solo debuts, this was the best one by like a
Mhm.
by a long distance. I thought this was definitely the best of them.
Like the guy who produced the song. Okay, another the weekly producer fun facts here.
Mhm.
Guy named Flowblow over here. I looked him up. I never heard of him. Guy produced Energetic.
That's
Guy
why.
produced Spring Wind. Never from produced 101. A
Uh-huh.
bunch of other 101
Well,
songs.
that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Interesting. Hmm.
But this is another summary song. I don't think it's anything that's gonna make Ong Song win like 5 music shows. But at the same
Right.
time, I thought the plan was to make him be more of an actor than a singer anyway. So I'm just happy he released any music. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
My guess is that he's not gonna go a full singer route.
hmm
But like Starship was like, all right, we got a sponsorship from Pepsi. You
Wait,
know.
he started. I thought he was
Fantagio, bro.
Yeah,
Wait,
Fantagio.
but why does everything in the video say Starship? Like it was released through Starship.
Oh?
Go look at the YouTube video.
No, yeah, no,
It's
you're
Starship
right. You're right
TV.
about that. It will, yeah, he's Fantagio though, for sure. Like,
Oh, yeah, you're right. He's Fantasio.
Okay, that's a weird thing that you picked up on there. We're gonna have to look more into that because that is a interesting observation.
I'm confused. Why is he? What?
Huh?
Huh?
Daddy?
Oh, okay. I looked it up. Okay, so the whole project was produced by Starship using their connections with Pentagon, apparently, and
Okay.
and Flowblow people, and then they got a sponsorship from Pepsi, and then they brought
Clearly.
Ong Song-woo on as an actor slash model.
Huh?
It's a commercial basically, and Ong Song-woo's on
Oh!
it as like
What?
commercial model. You
No
know?
wonder.
You get what I'm saying?
That's so weird because it felt like a song to me. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's a song. It's a song.
man, that's a weird thing. I want to say this is hilarious that they didn't pick Seung from Is that how I pronounce his name? Who's the kid from Produce that's at Starship?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jung Seung, right?
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
remember
yeah.
her name.
It's interesting that they didn't make him do it, right? that's like, I don't know what went on behind the scenes, but that's a little sad for him. I get that Ong is extremely more popular though. All right, let's move on to Yuno's solo debut, Follow.
Yes.
I don't like the song.
Mm,
What?
What?
It's boring.
What are you talking
You are
about?
crazy, dude.
I'm sorry. I knew you were gonna hate me for saying this, but I don't like it. It's boring.
My notes are
What?
SM, so pro, electronic
Exactly.
robot. He still got
Yes.
it. Great dancer. And I thought that this
course.
song reminded me. So a gigantic video game convention happened this past weekend called E3. It's like the biggest one.
Mhm.
This song looked just like Cyberpunk 2077.
Cyberpunk 2017.
Yeah, it looked just like it. So if you know that reference, you got it. But I can't believe you don't like this song, Warren.
Okay. Hear me out, right? Hear me out. I listened to the song first before I saw the music video. I was
Mhm.
at work. I was like, song came out today. I should go listen to it while I'm doing my thing at work. And then I'm listening to it. And then I was like, when does this song end?
What?
I don't know.
I agree that you need
I'm
to watch
sorry.
this with the music video, though. I will say that.
Okay, yeah. Once I saw the
full
music
performance.
video and I saw the whole sci-fi punk cyberpunk thing going on, I was like, damn, this is hot.
I took this song more of like a Taemin Boa type thing where it's like a performance song, not really a song just to listen to. That was
Well, I
my
feel
whole
like
thing.
The selling point for Yuno is his dance, like his performance.
His passion.
Like, yeah. So
Fire.
I guess yeah. I also saw it like with the music video and the song, so I
Mhm.
didn't just hear it. But I don't know. I feel like it's still really good.
You know, okay, here's another thing. So if you watch Korean TV shows like I do, variety shows, he was on Na Honja Sanda I Live Alone. He
Yes.
basically went on a safari and picnic date with Boa for the entire episode.
Yes.
It was
God.
so
Yes.
cute. Like it feels like to me they're the
Yes.
type of people. It's like if we're both not married by the time we're 40, let's just get married. That's what the type of friendship it seems like to me. I don't know, but it was really cute. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm surprised you don't like this because I thought this was like so retro-y, almost Michael Jackson-y, electronic Michael
no.
Jackson.
Mm.
I was really
got
down
Michael
for this.
Jackson vibes. Strong MJ over here.
All right, let's move on to probably the most anticipated debut of this week. We got Jeon Somi's solo debut with Birthday through YG Black Label.
Mhm.
I
Oh.
am so conflicted about this song.
I like it.
Oh.
I like it. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
I feel
Am I
like
the only
this
one who
is
likes it?
no. I feel like this is definitely a song that I had to listen to 3-4 times to like grow on me. And I don't know if you could take this as a compliment, a positive or a negative, but this song is so Somi, right? Like
Mm.
that without
Mm.
it's like the most Somi song ever.
Yes.
You like the
I
drop,
feel like
Warren?
the drop is good.
Oh
Yes.
my god, it's such an interesting drop. I just can't get enough of it. I just
Oh wow.
I'm surprised because you've criticized Teddy in the past.
Mm.
yes, and it's something different while something I expect from Teddy. You know,
Okay, that makes sense.
it still sounds like a Teddy drop,
Mm.
but the instrument he used, I don't know what the hell it is, but like, I'm listening to it. I'm like, I
Mhm.
don't know what the fuck this is, but this is interesting.
I think for me, it's just that, like Doug said, it's very. I think it fits her age. Honestly, I think it
Yeah.
fits that she's young. Her image, like it fits her. I just don't think it really showcases her potential. Like I don't
Yep.
think it
Oh,
it puts her in a position where people are like, oh yes, this is why they waited so long. This is why she's going solo.
Yeah. Now that I think of it, like, okay, so she's 18 at this point, right?
Mhm.
I was just expecting more of something like a Blackpink song, I would say.
True, yeah.
Really?
But at the same time, it's not like she can overlap with them directly at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah, it's hard.
Okay, I got two takes.
Okay.
You can decide for yourself if it's a hot take or if it's a medium spice level take.
Mhm.
Number one, surprised by the amount of rap they have in the song. I don't
There's a
think it's
lot of
rap.
rap.
That's true.
I knew it's coming from YG, Black Label, but still, surprise, lots of rap. Like, she's a good singer. I don't know why that didn't add more singing parts.
That was
like the
I,
singing.
I
Yeah.
preferred the singing to the rapping by far.
Same. So that's take number 1. Take number 2. This is Terrified Itzy.
Okay,
Kind.
I could see
Also,
that.
a
Yeah.
Koreanified Ariana Grande.
Okay, I was thinking this was more like Megan Trainor. That was the comp I was
Oh,
having.
wait, you know
A
what?
little.
Yeah.
I can see that in the before
Yeah.
the drop part.
Yeah, before the drop, like the first section
Yeah.
of the song was what I felt was a bit Megan Trainor-y.
I feel like also the what you guys said about like you wish you had heard her sing more. I think she does that in her B-side, and I kind of wish.
Well, that makes sense.
Okay. I really dig the
I don't know.
B-side.
The Out of My Head, I think it's called. I saw her
Song.
performance of that, and I thought like, I guess my only criticism of that song is still like the choreography. It doesn't really showcase that she's a really good dancer, but it showcased her vocals more. So I don't know if that
So-
was
She
their plan.
performed the song?
Yeah, she performed Out of My Head. It was like
On a
mini
music
stage.
show, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So
'cause I was
so
like,
here
she's gonna
here
sing anything on
she
the-
she got a little flack for this whole solo debut week
Yeah.
because she didn't sing the song at her debut showcase, which is weird.
All right. Are we gonna keep calling it a showcase?
Yeah,
if
was
she
it a
didn't sing?
showcase or press
Like
conference?
they called it a showcase, and all the netizens were ripping her a new one because she didn't perform it. Right? It was essentially a press
Dang.
conference with a picture time, right?
Yeah.
But everyone was like, "Isn't the point of having like they called it a showcase?" And everyone was like, "Isn't the point of it just so you can perform the song, right?"
Okay, it's in
Mm.
the word. It's showcase. You showcase
Yeah.
the new song, but you didn't showcase the new song. You just sat there and answered
Like
questions.
even on the American side, people are destroying her in the comments.
Oh no.
Yeah, she's performing well on the charts though. It is a top 10 song on Instas.
Here's the thing, right? Did she decide not to sing, or did Teddy?
They said she
decide?
wasn't prepared enough.
But who decided that?
It's usually the label.
I think it's
isn't
the
it?
label
Like,
because my guess is they were still
Yeah.
changing the choreography for the live stage.
So
Oh,
it
can I
comes
make one
back
comment
down
about the
to
music video?
YG again.
Hmm.
The music video, I like how they did a lot, but I think they put her in way too many different concepts. I was like,
I just
Oh
I wish
yeah.
they would choose something a little bit different for her outfits because I feel like it's a lot.
it was busy.
It's like shorts and
Yeah,
then
very
a
busy.
skirt and then boots up to her knees and then like a bustier and a t-shirt. I don't know. I wish it was a little bit
There was like
less.
20 outfits too.
Yeah.
There was a lot of outfits. Okay, so here's a hot take on Jeon Somi
Another
and
one.
JYP.
You
Like
got
this
a
is
lot of takes this week.
this is not really a take. This is my guess. So you know how we've always wondered what happened with Jeon Somi and JYP, right? Like
Oh, I got a lot to say
Yeah.
about that too. But go on, yeah.
I feel like one of two scenarios happens where the result is sort of the same. I think the first scenario happened that she wanted to debut in ITZY, but JYP as a company was like, we're not exactly sure about the timetable, so she left, right? And then to
Oh.
spite her, JYP debuted ITZY really soon after. Because the timing of her leaving and ITZY coming out was very strange. Like, how quickly they debuted after she left.
Okay. My
The-
guess, right? My
Okay,
guess.
your
Okay,
guess.
sorry. Actually, finish your takes first.
My second guess was that they just had they conflicted over the musical styling, so they just parted amicably, and then they still debuted ITZY anyway.
Okay.
Hmm.
Here's the thing, right? This is JYP we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They're writing there's a lot of money going into them. There's a lot of
Yeah.
direction going into them, a lot of production going into them, because who are they coming after? They're coming after Twice, which is like one of the biggest girl groups in the whole decade.
Mm-hmm.
JYP, if I was JYP, if I was working for JYP, no, we're not making any changes in the final 6 months before debut,
Right.
right?
I don't
They
think she was in the
planned-
plans.
No, my guess is they planned ITZY without Somi.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, that's
I
not.
don't
that's
think
a,
she
that's
was
an
in
interesting
there.
one.
They planned ITZY without Somi, and then JYP was like, what do I do with this girl? And Somi was like, well, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do here. Guess I'll just run off to Teddy Black Label,
And
YG over
the
here.
thing is, like, if it is what you say where they didn't plan for her, they might have even helped her get into Black Label, right? Because
Well,
you know
Yeah,
how like
very
sometimes
possible.
when you let go
Very
of
possible.
talent, but they're like beloved talent at your company, you help them out on the second
Yeah.
end so they don't get screwed.
mhm.
Well, I don't think we'll ever know, but that's just like something I always think about. How did that whole scenario play out? Because the timings are just a little weird. But let's get to the last song, SF9's RPM.
I like the music video.
You know,
No!
based
You
on
actually
Sky
like-
Castle, I was like, Uju, what are you doing here?
Okay. I remember when you covered SF9 last time in the podcast, and I openly said, like I always do, I didn't like it. I like it better this time. You know,
So do
I'll
I.
start there.
Yes.
I like where they're going. You know, I like the concept. I like the style of song they're going for. Not a fan of the interesting rap verses, but you know, it's
Okay,
we're going
the rap
somewhere.
section I couldn't handle. Oh, well, I don't know which kid it was, but I wasn't a huge fan of the rap breakdown in the middle of the song. I thought
the one kid with the really low voice.
I thought the delivery was a little strange. I don't think it's his fault though. I just thought the delivery was weird.
No.
But-
The song was mixed in an interesting way too.
I
but,
like the concept. It's another one of
Yes,
those
yes.
cyberpunk
That's the
concepts.
theme for this summer.
I know, right? Everyone's trying to do like superhuman. It's like everyone decided to do the same concept.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the trend, right? Techwear, all that stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is, right? The thing is, the whole cyberpunk thing is like it's expensive to pull off.
Yes. Oh my. Like,
right.
It's expensive. Who pulls it off? NCT pulls it off really well. Who pulled it off? You know pulled it off really well.
yeah.
And then
Yes.
we got SF9.
I mean,
days,
they're
a couple
from
days after
FNC, so they're from a big company too, though.
Okay, I mean, here's another thing, right? I can kind of tell they didn't just waste money. They spent money on this. There was there was a bunch of different takes. You know,
Goggles.
a bunch of, yeah, goggles.
It was
Interesting
like Tron.
costume changes, but like, I've okay, because I see a lot of rap videos, and they picked up on the cyberpunk techwear thing a long time ago, like a whole year ago. And I've seen music videos filmed for way cheaper that are better than this.
Okay. So you're critiquing not the song but the cinematography choices and the music video styling.
Yes, because it pulls down the song so much.
I kind of agree with. I was a little bit distracted by the
yeah.
what was going
I feel like
on.
they shouldn't have used the curtains, whatever that was.
I like
much of
the part with the flare gun. That was pretty cool. I thought.
Yeah.
It felt like I was watching one of those like, Kamen Rider. Do you know what that is? The live action Japanese shows that are like meant for kids, with like yeah, go Kamen Riders, stuff like that. That's what I kind of thought.
I think the SF9 strong suit is the vocals though.
It is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Very much. I enjoyed that part very much.
I got Monster X vibes from this song in particular too. I thought they were. I could have seen Monster X.
vibe.
I thought if you gave Monster X this song, they could have done it as well. But man, I think I was so distracted by like the Tron outfits though, the cyber suits. And then the one kid had the orange glasses. I was like, oh my god,
goggles.
the orange goggles was too much. Like, just a little bit too much for me. But
the thing is, I'm a fan of the genre. I like where they're going with it.
SF9's concepts are, I don't think they know what they are yet.
They're trying.
They're trying a lot of things.
Yes.
Haven't they debuted like 3 years ago, 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2016.
Time to start looking for a concept and kind of choose one. But I mean,
they're an interesting group because they don't fit the traditional FNC thing. Like FNC's FT Island, CM Blue, and Flying. That's a FNC type of thing. And then their girl groups are AOA and Cherry Bullet, right? Like those kind of fit together. SF9 is like the odd child at their company that they're not even sure what they're doing with them right now, I would say.
I mean, I can kind of see what happened, right? Because AOA began as a band.
Yep.
They did.
They were a band, and then they switched it around like I don't know, 2014?
Their band concept, I think, was their best. AOA Black was the best thing that happened to them.
Oh, you actually liked it.
I loved AOA Black.
2013, that's when it changed. So my guess is SF9 kind of switched in the middle from a band to like not a band. I guess. Okay, never mind. I looked it up.
While
It's
they were
not,
trainees or no? No, yeah, they weren't a band.
No, they were never a band. I looked it up.
Right,
They had a show apparently called Dancer Band, 2016. And then the band became Honest. Honest?
Oh yeah,
Honest.
yeah. Oh yes,
Yeah.
I like them.
We'll have to see, because you could tell SF9's really talented, but they just need to find their sweet spot.
They could do it. They just need to find.
They need to find what their their
song.
path. But let's move on to the show winners now. Okay. In a surprising twist, Uju Sonyo won both the show and M Countdown. NCT won show champion.
Wow.
BTS
Yes.
won Music Bank and show Music Core, bringing Boy With Love up to 19 awards.
What?
And lastly,
That's a lot.
Ihai won her second award for No One on Inkigayo.
Go Uzong. Uzusonya to win.
Man,
Yay.
I did not like this Uju Sonyo song last week. I kind of like it now.
I kind of like it now too.
It's grown on me. I don't think it's their best song because I like Secret. Like, that's my favorite one. But this is okay for a summer song. I just wish they had done something that would raise their prestige more.
I can't stop watching their performance videos. And that usually doesn't happen to me a lot. Like,
did you watch the relay dance? That's like, relay dance is like my favorite thing for any group. But Superhuman, I think that deserves. Boy With Love with 19. I don't know if that's a record yet, but that's a lot of awards to win.
It is.
It must be a record. How about in the comments if you know if that's a record or not? Please let us know. And
they break records every goddamn week. I'm sure they broke another record somehow.
And then
this week.
Ihai winning with No One this past Sunday while the BI scandal going on is very interesting.
What a pleasant surprise.
Now, they do say Inkigayo's in YG's pocket, but I'm not going to take that away from Ihai because that song is absolute fire.
I mean...
Hey, it's just interesting. There were a lot of people talking about how it's surprising she won, considering the circumstance.
It is kind of surprising how she won.
But the song is great. Come on.
It is a good song. Like, let's be real here.
Man, I'm sad that B.I.'s out of the industry because like his rap verse in that song is tremendous.
Let's talk about B.I. later.
All right, so what we're let's move on. What we're currently listening to. 2 songs. Winners, Oh Yeah. I really like that song.
Oh.
And then finally, I've dived deep into the CLC wormhole. Like, I've been consuming so much CLC content this past week.
That's kind of random. That just came out of nowhere.
I know, it came out of nowhere. I'm just really into that song, Me. But so I did the you know how I know I did the deep dive? I watched all their funny moments on YouTube.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
That's when I know I'm deep into a group.
Do you know all their names now?
Yes.
Oh.
My 2 favorites are Seungyeon, who I call Confident Eunbi because they look a little similar, but she has confidence. It fits, right? And then the other one is obviously the main rapper, Janghan. I know I'm picking the 2 like standout members of the group, but they really do stand out the hardest.
I mean, it's your like you haven't been a fan in for
and
a
I
long
showed
time,
Warren
so.
this clip of Janghan when she's like they're sitting on this like carousel thing and she's like, I'm getting seasick.
Oh no.
It's so cute. It's so cute.
Dude, her eyes open up like 3 times the normal size.
She essentially looks like an owl for a couple seconds. But yeah, and the main word with her is duality because she's like she's actually very soft spoken and girly, but when she raps it's a completely different person. But that's what I've been listening to this week. What about you, Warren?
All right, I have been listening to a lot of Oh My Girl.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Windy Day.
Okay, I'm one of those people who can't put one song on repeat, I just can't. I have to listen to playlists or like albums. I just can't listen to one song over and over again. But I did it with this group song. I don't know what it is, but like whenever the chorus drops, I'm just like, oh, here we go. sitting there at my desk or like in the I started skipping one day. I'm not lying.
Wow.
Are you talking about the first chorus drop or the second one? You know how there's like 2 choruses in that song?
Oh, I skipped for both. I don't know what you're talking about, good sir.
Okay.
I don't discriminate. I honestly like the first one better because, like, if you watch the music video, the camera just moves in a specific way, and then Yua looks like so fucking badass. I don't know, because normally she has that like girly cutesy kind of look, and then like the music video just like extremifies her, the other side of Yua, I guess. So because of that, I like the first chorus more. But I like them both. I don't discriminate. I like the third one too. Fair love for all. Phew. Second thing I've been listening to a lot is a new album by my good old man Geary Boy. Album's called 100 Year University. This is one of those albums where I listen to it and I'm like, okay, the artist is like complete. Like he can keep getting better, but like he's at like a very
This
like
is his final form. Like
yeah.
Geary man.
Geary
man.
Geary man.
Oh, what's happening? Geary Boy is evolving from Geary Boy to Geary Man.
Yo, it would be hilarious if he changed his stage name to Geary Man. Could you imagine? That'd be
No,
so
he
funny.
can't.
No, he can't. He's always a boy. He looks like a boy too. But yeah, it's just one of those albums where you realize that like damn like the music's really polished now, because Geary Boy always had that like indie kind of like finish to his songs, even in the last album. And this album is just like so professionally produced, and like he collabed with so many different artists for every song, and I'm like, wow, this is great. Great features from Hayes, J Clef, amazing.
Yes, J Clef.
You like J Clef? I thought you didn't know who J Clef is.
I do know her now.
Oh my god, yeah, J Clef is great. Her lyrics were, "I have a very beautiful voice. I will beat you all up with it." And I was like, "Beat me up with it, please."
Oh.
So that's what I've been listening to this week.
All right, Anita, what have you been jamming to?
Well, first one is not really surprising, but I've been listening to Superhuman by NCT 127 a lot.
Really good song. Really good song.
Very good song.
Very good song.
And then I listened to, well, this song is off of the playlist that Derek recommended for us, K Music Every Day. And it's the second to last song in the playlist. It's called it's 오랜만에. It's Long Time No See, I think is the English title, by George. And this is a very, how do I say it? It's very city pop retro sound to it. And it's really good. So you should listen to it. I thought
Go ahead.
I thought for some reason that it was a remake of an old song, but I think it's his original song. So he definitely pulls off the retro sound.
No, it's a remake. It's a remake.
Is it? Okay, I thought it was a remake.
It's a remake of a really old Korean song.
Okay.
I forget what it's called, but it's the same name.
Oh, okay. I was trying to look for it because I thought I had heard the song title before, but I really like his modern take on it. I don't know. Yeah, it's very easy listening type of song. And my last suggestion is not really K-pop, but it's related to K-pop, so I'll mention it. It's Wavy's, Weishon V's Takeoff. So Wavy is the Chinese unit of NCT. And they're technically they don't have the NCT label because SM can't have any like connection right now with China, but they're still related to SM. And so this song is it has that like, how would I say? It's kind of futuristic in the same sense as like Superhuman for the music video, but it's more, what's the word? It's more grungy, I would say. Like it's not like
Ooh.
techno, like Superhuman. It's more, I think someone, I don't know who it was, someone said that it was like related to Boss by NCT U. Like those two songs go very well together, and I definitely agree. So if you like Boss by NCT U, I recommend Takeoff.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. So please listen to all those songs. Let's move
Awesome.
on to the news finally. Oh my god.
All
Alright, so the first thing that happened this week was the Icon BI drug scandal. That's what I'm calling it. So the article reads, Dispatch accuses Icon BI of using illegal drugs and dodging police charges based on Kakao chat messages. So Kakao is pretty much like the biggest... I assume because y'all listen to K-pop, you probably know what Kakao Talk is. So it's like a chat messenger type thing where you talk to your friends on. Biggest one in Korea.
Korean Line, Korean WeChat, all that.
The following articles basically said that YG Entertainment denied his drug use, and then like a couple hours later, BI announced his departure, and YG confirmed that his contract was terminated. So that was how the progression happened, right? This is the alleged story as to how this whole thing played out. So back in 2016, BI faced suspicion of purchasing and using LSD through a female dealer known as A. However, despite the fact that A was arrested and her cell phone was apprehended by police, Dispatch claimed that the police never attempted to summon or charge BI. So basically, he got away for free, even though they had a lot of evidence on him. For some context here, LSD is a tier 1 drug in Korea, which means like super, super illegal. That's like the level of heroin in the United States. Like extremely bad to have. So then in 2016, A was arrested at a residence in Seoul for charges of illegal drug dealing. They took her cell phone away, and during the question, she admitted that she delivered over 10 pieces of LSD to BI outside their dorm. But after her third questioning, they stated that she took back all of her previous statements and she had no idea how BI obtained the drugs, right? So the kicker here is that Dispatch believes that in between her first and second questioning, she was contacted by YG Entertainment.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and and they said that this was possible because her arrest did not include detainment, so she was released in between the second and third questioning. And they said during that time, YG Entertainment contacted her, hired a lawyer to represent her, and requested that she take back her previous statement. Wow.
Boy.
So
wow.
that came out. We were like, okay, I guess he's pretty much screwed. That was the first thing I thought. And then he left the group shortly after. I was like, well, that kind of makes sense in the progression. But that's just where the story starts, right?
Oh boy.
The real kicker here is the last statement where pretty much YG contacted her, hired her a lawyer, and made her switch her statement, right? That's where the thread starts to happen, right? Where the fire is. So all of a sudden it came out that YG resigned from his company, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about it was that the previously mentioned A was the famous person in their industry named Han So-hee.
Oh, Hansoi.
Huh?
Do you know who she is, Anita?
I don't think so.
Han So-hee is that girl who was connected to Top and his drug
Top
usage a couple
ex-girlfriend.
years back. His ex-girlfriend.
Drugs with Top.
She's pretty notable. If you want to look her up, she's like sort of an internet troll, sort of an internet celebrity. She was a former trainee at Jellyfish Entertainment. She was going to be in Gugudan, but it never worked out for her. She's extremely well connected and knows a lot of people in the industry.
She's also a big internet troll. She likes to write some weird stuff on her Instagram. If I can quote directly from her Instagram, and I'll translate as I go. She said, write your fucking articles, bitches. I kissed and hugged with all your oppas. Yup. You can't do it, can you? Tisk tisk ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's the type of messages she leaves. But before, everyone just thought she was a troll and really hated her in general for like exposing these personal details about idols, right? But the kicker is she's not the bad guy in the story because YG himself is accused of threatening her over the drug case to make her switch her story.
What?
Yeah.
So according to Hansoi, right, he said some stuff like according to Hansoi, he met up with her and then he said, it's very easy to give you what's the antonym of benefits?
Wait, what? No. He basically said, it's very easy for me to make your life difficult. That's essentially what he
that's what
said.
he said. Yeah.
And he did this while he took her cell phone away. He claims it was so that she couldn't record what was going on, but like who knows, right? And it was a one-on-one thing. So it was like she was locked in the room with him.
Oh my god.
She did the one very smart thing of taking pictures of everywhere she went so she has proof of the timeline that she presents. When she was
Her being an
detained
Instagram
when she
troll,
was detained by the police, she took a picture of the room she was in. So it has a timestamp. When she was summoned to YG Entertainment's building, she took a picture like near their bathroom of like, you know how like when you're at a big building they have like floor plaques. It's like this is the
Yeah,
7th
yeah,
floor
yeah.
of YG Entertainment. She took a picture of that. There is a timestamp that matches up with her story. It's
Dang.
pretty crazy. And another thing was that they're claiming that other members in YG are connected. So like the initial contact YG made was through winners Lee Sung-hoon. That's what she alleges. Where
What?
basically he was like, I need to meet up with you because of the thing that's going on with BI. And then when she went to meet up with him, it was actually like a YG representative and not him.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, these are the
What?
type of
They
things.
set her up.
They set her up
They
for
set her
this.
up.
Is what.
It's like a movie.
And she felt pressured to switch her story. And like, I don't know if that's true or not, but if you think about the scenario, wouldn't you feel a little pressured at that point?
Well, yeah, but
Here's the thing, right?
Dang.
Because if you go on her Instagram, right, I said earlier she's a whole troll. She just posts random ass crap all the time in weird, in weird dialects, and then suddenly she posts with a very serious tone about YG. So I'm thinking, yeah, she's a troll. Yeah, she's fucking crazy. Yeah, she's a weird person. And she's done plenty of bad stuff, but she's probably telling the truth here.
So, I think the fact that YG and his brother both stepped down from the company is sort of like it. That's an admission of guilt in my eyes, at least.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because if this wasn't true, I think they would have fought it harder.
Well, yeah.
So she did not walk away from this like with ease. So she essentially got probation for 3 years. So if she violates, because they basically let her off light because she cooperated with the police so much, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they gave her 3 years probation, and also, but now the police department's under scrutiny because they're looking into corruption, because they're like, number one, she should have been charged harder, right?
Right.
Because she had like
Yep.
the YG lawyers, and number two, BI shouldn't have just got off for free because they literally had evidence of this happening.
Mhm.
So today, I think the police in Korea said that they're gonna do a corruption investigation, but I mean, it's hard to see anything coming out of that, right?
The thing is, right, like let's track back a little bit. What's been leading up to this in terms of
Burning
Mr.
Sun.
YG, right? Burning
Oh,
Sun, the whole Seungri,
that
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 whole
thing.
issue. They're leading that into straight up there are tax evasion scandals,
Mm-hmm.
sex entertainment scandals.
Mhm.
There was just scandal after scandal after scandal after. You get the idea.
The
right?
overwhelming
Yeah.
thought is also that YG as a company threw BI under the bus to try to save themselves.
Right. That's what I
They were
think
like,
also happened.
they thought that YG was going to be investigated for more things, so they were like, if we just throw a smaller person, I'm not saying BI small, but like in like versus a corporation, he's a one person, right? So they were thinking that if we just throw him under the bus, we can claim that he was doing like all the drugs in the company, right? That's like the play they were going with. But then
I think it's
the-
a little different.
you think it's a little different? Go,
Yeah.
go. That's just my opinion on it. What do you think?
Because my okay, from my perspective, it seems like after all these scandals, whatever will help, whatever will like give them more negative more like whatever will give them more scandals, whatever gives them more negative image, they're just willing to cut off without any second thought because they know that they're at the edge right now, so they immediately cut off their ties with BI. YG, they literally just cut off their ties with YG. because he has a bad image in the public. He's still gonna be making money.
So you
He's
think
still gonna be
you
told.
don't think that was like a YG move? You think that was a company move to try to save the company?
That is a company move. They're cutting. They're
Mm.
officially within the paper. They're cutting ties with YG and BI because they realize it's gonna keep getting them bad image. YG is Mr. YG over here, not YG's company. Mr. YG is still the most, the biggest
shareholder.
stakeholder,
Yeah,
shareholder.
See, that
of
was the
YG.
one thing that was shady to me, that he didn't give up his stocks, because he still has an incredible amount of voting power in the company. He's just removed
Yeah.
from being a figurehead. That's a little shady to me. I think they should have forced him to sell the shares.
But so then, if YG stepped down and his brother stepped down, who's head right now?
I don't know.
We
That's the
don't
thing.
like they haven't that hasn't been like a big deal in the news. Like, I'm sure someone's taken over, like whoever was third in, like, I'm guessing, I don't think his brother was second in line, but whoever was like the vice president of the company or the CFO.
Oh no, his brother was like the number one head. Mr. YG was actually second in line.
Okay, well, who's ever number 3 is
well,
number
both of
1
them
now.
are gone.
Okay, so let's okay, so obviously there's still news coming out of this, so our I wouldn't say our coverage is going to be 100% accurate, right? So you could take it how it is, read up on it yourself, form your own opinion. But let's now talk about the effect of all of this. That's the more important thing for
Right.
our podcast, because we follow K-pop. This, to me, I think all the existing artists at YG are completely fine, because they have inherent fan bases, and I think as a company, anyone who was around before all the scandals broke, I think they can still make money, right? Anyone who's a trainee at this company needs to get out,
Treasure box.
right?
All the guys from treasure box.
Alright, treasure box.
Like, I know the treasure box bros are screwed because
These have escaped.
here's another thing. On the produce rankings, the YG trainees are, I think, 59th and 60 right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, 58
no.
and 60. Yeah.
Oh no.
Hmm.
If that's not indicative, I mean, obviously, I don't think those two trainees are super talented in general, but that's just indicative that the company has no, like, reputation anymore.
Right.
It's like, man, I feel terrible for the kids who, like, probably don't do anything really wrong. Like, Ihai, the Actong kids, like,
Yeah.
what are they supposed to do? Like, I
Jeon
feel bad
Somi
for
over here.
Jeon Somi, Jeon Sean with his family man image. Like, what are they supposed to do with this? This is terrible. And, like, honestly, like we sometimes criticize Blackpink, but they're trying their hardest to make this work. Like, they've been forced to go international, I think, a little bit too quick. But they're rocking with it, and the fact that their company behind them is like, it's literally like a dumpster
Falling
fire.
apart.
I feel so bad for them.
Oh, we never criticized Blackpink. We always criticized
Their
YG.
management.
Yeah, I know, but like
The production,
sometimes
the
it may
management.
it may
Yeah.
seem like we're criticizing Blackpink. I think once in a while.
Okay.
But I feel so bad for the talents at the company, because
Honestly, to me, a concern that I have is just like, what happens to Icon? Is it just gonna
yeah, okay. People saying they're just gonna dissolve it.
disappear? Keep
That's
going?
what rumors are. They're just gonna dissolve Icon as a whole.
Oh no.
I think another person who has to watch out. So if we think about so obviously the Big Bang guys are all in the army, right? Or
Yeah.
they're
Right.
all doing their thing, so they're kind of out of the limelight, other than Seungri, clearly, right?
Oh, right.
I think the next in line in terms of who's big at that company that needs to watch out is Songmino. If we think about who's humongous at that company still, Songmino's probably the biggest person left.
easily.
He needs to watch himself, right? Like, God.
Mm,
Because his variety power is like so strong right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like all over Shin So-yugi.
I think if one or two more dominoes
Mhm.
fall, it's like over for a lot of people. God, I really hope it doesn't go to that though, because although we criticize YG, they have produced some of the most iconic K-pop moments in the last 10 years.
mhm.
Man,
So, my question is, right, like, what's gonna happen with Treasure and Magnum?
I know.
Treasure
Who
13,
knows?
like-
What are they supposed to do? Like, they
Like, okay, like,
ugh.
because K-pop companies, right, they get investment, and using that investment, they debut people. That's
Yeah.
how that works, as far as I understand. Who's gonna invest in YG now?
The stockholders might go to court against YG because they're losing so much money on the stocks.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Whoa.
I wouldn't be surprised. The police team straight up has like they have a YG investigation team right now.
Yeah. This is just the biggest dumpster fire ever. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Every morning I wake up, I go to like Soompi or all Kpop, and I really hope I don't see more YG news, but it always happens.
Every time like Kangsikdang airs, because that's airing right now, right? And who's on that show? Somiro's on that show.
Yep.
Yeah.
And every time that airs, you know, on Friday, I wake up Friday morning and then I see Songminho on the search, you know, the trending list.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh.
I'm like, Jesus, please. No.
All right, but let's move on to the happier thing. Yo, IOI is reforming, y'all.
Oh, okay.
It
Is it confirmed?
happened.
It's
Are we
confirmed. It's
Is
confirmed.
it confirmed?
So IOI is confirmed to be reuniting as a 9-member group without Jeon Somi and Yoo Yeon-jung.
Oh my God.
Interesting implications. Number one, I'm shocked that Yeon-jung's not coming back. All right.
Yeah.
Number one,
What?
I know Uju Sonyo is on a like probably their highest peak right now in terms of popularity, but like still.
IOI is IOI.
I guess she's like, I'm pretty sure it's the company who's holding her back.
If I was Somi, I would have.
Yeah.
I think it's the company because I honestly think Yeonjung and Somi probably like Somi. I think would really want to do this because she was the main
Yeah.
kid, right?
That was so far. That's her peak.
So my question then is, who do we put as the new center, Chungha or Sejong? Because I think it has to be one of the two.
Okay.
I
So
feel
okay,
like
it boils down to this: do we choose the current most popular member, or do we choose the previous most popular member? That's what it is.
Yeah, because I think Sejong still has popularity, but like Chungha's clearly had the most successful career out of all of them so far. Another interesting thing is that if Gyeolgyung is in this and Nayoung are in this,
Yeah.
it must be awkward because Gyeolgyung stayed at Pledis and Nayoung left. So how's that gonna play out? Although I think that's more of a company issue and not a personal issue, but still that's a little
Yeah.
awkward, right? Is
I mean-
Nayoung, so she's technically an independent artist right now. She gets all the money though, so good for her. And then Sohae's coming back. That's a little weird.
All
Like,
right, that goes. What is she up to nowadays? Is she still doing her game video show?
Actress?
I have no clue, but God knows Wakey Makey needs this, Gugudan needs this, Daya needs
Oh
this.
my God.
Like, those members really need this bad. And I'm happy
mean-
that they're able to do this.
I'm happy to see them back. That's at the end of the day.
You know, instantly, this puts them as a second-tier girl group. So clearly the top-tier girl groups are Blackpink, Twice, Red Velvet, in any order how you like it. I would put Twice one, but
Yeah.
that's just me. After that, you got the next tier, which is like I'm gonna put IZ*ONE up there, Mamamoo, Yeojichingu. I feel that IOI could be that level still.
I feel like I want to see how it turns out without Somi.
Yeah.
I want
I
to
agree.
see if the popularity's still there.
I think in order to make this work hard, you need to do a girl crush theme with Chungha in the middle.
Yep.
That would be the one formula that would be successful. I think the highest chance of success.
Okay, so I'm thinking about a lot of things here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there are two of their songs, all right? That did two of the
Nomu Nomu
songs that we
Nomus?
gotta compare. There's Nomu Nomu Nomu, and then we got What a Man, right? What a Man is the girl
Mhm.
crush song, and
Yeah.
Nomu 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 is what we like to call in the industry girl group trash in a good way.
What?
No, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying, right? I'm not actually saying it's trash. Please hear me out. I'm not saying it's actually trash, but like we know what type. It's like the typical girl group cute vibe kind of thing, bubblegum.
Ultimate bubblegum.
Yeah.
Right. And which was more popular? Which was what put IOI in tier 1?
Nomu Nomu Nomus.
Nomu Nomu Nomu, right?
But the thing is, they don't got Somi at JYP to get him to write another song.
That's what I'm
This
saying.
is also true.
It depends on the song, like what theme they decide to go with and who they put at center, I guess.
Regardless of what happens, I am so hyped for this.
Yeah, I wanna
as
see
someone who
how
was
it
a big
turns out.
IOI fan.
If I was working for MNH Entertainment, who happens to be the one behind Chungha,
Mhm.
I would try to lead all this.
Yeah.
I would
They
try to
should.
spearhead this whole project, right? Because I'm clearly the one who has had most success with production. Look at Kugudan and then Wikimiki. But I don't know if a girl cruise.
Can they do this under I know, not under Stone Entertainment. Under oh my god,
record.
Off the record. Can they please
the
go in Off the Record Entertainment?
Are you a real whiz one? You forgot your own company,
Bro, I'm about the group. I'm about the group. Happy birthday to Nako. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday to her.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
happy birthday, Nako, Tang.
Oh.
That was like a meme from
Finally,
PS48, I'm sorry.
These are two. I don't think we gotta talk about them much, but Kang Daniel did form a one-man agency called Connect Entertainment. So it's amazing how fast the turnaround. He got like freed from the company. He's already forming a company. So they also had job postings listed online. So if you want to join that, do it. They had 4 postings open. And then lastly, Samuel Kim going independent. So he broke away from Brave Entertainment. They kind of went back and forth saying there was a loss of trust.
Oh.
They said
Why?
okay, so the loss of trust happened. Samuel's reps are saying that they made him advertise for like a Bitcoin company. Yeah, it was like they were making him do some weird stuff. So he was like, that was kind of shady, and he didn't get a lot of money for that. But Brave was like, that didn't happen. You knew about this all. So I don't know what's going on there, but I think the more interesting thing is that I haven't seen an independent artist in I can't remember one off the top of my head who's actively promoting.
Uneducated kid. Oh wait, he's not independent.
He's not an
anymore.
idol.
Sorry.
He's not an idol though.
Yeah,
I wonder if
also
he.
not
I wonder if he still has the connections to get on shows and stuff, considering he's independent.
I
'Cause
hope so.
a lot of getting on
Wasn't
shows comes down to like how close your company is to the TV stations.
Who's behind you?
Wasn't his dad like something big?
Maybe, but
I forget.
regardless, though, I'm excited for Kang Daniel and Samuel to be able to do their own thing. Lastly, in a quick take, the former producer of the E-Slice was sentenced to 3 years in prison for assaulting minors. Thank God that guy's away.
Bye bye.
It should have been longer, but in Korea, it's weird because the sentences are a lot shorter than they are in the US for most crimes.
So does this mean that the allegations of the other members saying like,
It didn't happen?
oh,
It must mean that it was
yeah.
false then, because
huh,
he got 3
that's
years.
so weird.
Yeah.
Why did they do that?
I don't know. That's one of those questions we'll always have. But in terms of upcoming releases, on Wednesday, Stray Kids and Red Velvet. Yo, like,
Yes.
come on. Following Monday, we got our girl Chungha. That's a big week. 3 huge artists.
okay.
A-tier artists right there. But, all right, let's take a 30-second breather and we could talk about some produce. Woo! Oh my goodness. So,
Oh my goodness.
before
I
we
have a lot of
talk
takes.
about the episode, I want to make this is some news regarding Produce as a whole. So, Produce X101 is experiencing record low viewer ratings.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The netizens are mostly this past episode are upset at a couple things. Number one, they're saying Jinu's childish behavior, and then the mistreatment of Jin Hyuk during his group.
Yes.
Netizens were tearing up both of them. Oh, not Jin Hyuk, but his group, and then Jinu's
It was unfortunate.
behavior.
Okay, let's talk about all this. Let's talk about each performance, and then we can go talk about the horrible.
But in terms of the low ratings, right? So if we look at the 7th episode for each of the seasons, season 1, which formed IOI, had a 3.8 at this point. Season 2, which formed 101, had a 3.1. Season 3, which had Eyes 1, had a 2.1, and season 4 right now has only a 2.0. The fact that it's guy groups and the numbers are this low is scary. I think. Now,
Here's the thing, right? Because like back when Produce 48 was airing, people were always like, "Oh, the ratings are low compared to season 1, 2." But it's gonna be fine, right? It's gonna be fine because season 4 is gonna come around, and boy groups, people love boy groups. Ratings are gonna be great. But it ain't happening.
I think there's a couple reasons why the ratings are low. Number one, I think that people are suffering from Produce fatigue. 4 seasons of this.
I agree.
A little bit too much.
I agree.
Number 2, I want to say that I think the editing this season has been the worst out of all the seasons.
I also kind of
The
agree.
storyline. Number 3 for me is that they are I would say the average age is very low, which means that I don't know if I could put it in a better way, but like the mental maturity of the kids is low as well as a result.
Wait, who are you talking about? The contestants?
The contestants, they're saying that the mental age is low this year. So
I see it.
they're crying a lot. They don't know what to do. They get flustered too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that though. And also people are saying that they're pushing the wrong kids.
I mean, okay. I mean, I kind of agree with that, but at the same time, people were saying that last season as well.
Yeah.
And then look at us now. We're happy with Yeonjun and
Exactly.
Jeon. You know.
But let's get into it. All right. The first
Okay.
performance this week was, one second, let me get my notes, was Swalla, the dance group.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought the standout person
okay.
was the guy who won, Kang Hyun-soo. I thought he did great. I would say that I thought the choreography was a little bit... I wanted a little bit more, is what I'm saying.
Right.
I didn't see any super, like, memorable moments, if that makes any sense. I thought it was overall okay, though.
I feel like another person to shout out from that group is Yunsal.
Mm-hmm.
He was also like choreographer, and I don't know. I feel like he's been a little bit underrated as far as a dancer from the beginning. But he's really good, and I think he deserved like at least the second top spot.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, but I honestly felt that this performance was like not super memorable.
Here's what I think. It was not super memorable, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't amazing, but like looking back at what other performances we had this week, this was like a solid like
It was
higher
pretty
than
good.
average. I was like,
Yeah, okay, yeah. Because
You know
let's
what I
get number 2. Barcode was a dumpster fire.
Oh.
Yo, shout out to Won Hyuk for like actually being able to rap all of his words, because 3 out of the 4 didn't. We had Yuri. Yuri, okay. Number 1.
Oh my god.
Yuri came off really bad because he basically intimidated Won Hyuk into giving him center, right? First thing. And then he gave up center because he wasn't good. Because he couldn't even read the lyrics when Cheetah was in the room, right? That was embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they get to the live stage, he forgot the lyrics. God.
Oh.
I don't know, right? Because my understanding was all 4 of them are rap trainees. Are they? No.
Well, Yuri is a model.
But his like choice was rap though. Like that he chose that.
Okay, here's the thing, right? You came here because I assume you've listened to rap somewhat. I feel like it's painfully obvious. Just listening to their voice tones, who's better than the other? Because the moment I heard people, I was like, damn, like Wonhyuk has a good voice tone. I was like, all right, he's gonna get center. Good man. And then the whole drama happened about who's gonna be center for like the next 10 minutes. I was like, what's going on? What? He clearly has a better voice tone than.
It's crazy that after Yuri gave up center, they didn't give it to Wonhyuk and they gave it to Baekjin. I like Baekjin, but man, he really screwed this up, like the most.
I feel like people. I think this is what always happens when this kind of like center decision comes up. Like people get so concerned by their ranking, like, oh, I need to be center because it might be my last performance. But it's a lot of pressure. Like, if you don't do it right,
you have to realize, because like if for example, right, if my ranking was 50, it's now or never.
True, but I mean, like, if, for example, I'm just thinking about Yuri, how like this kind of backfired on him. Like he wanted to be center just to solidify his position, but because he couldn't pull it off, it ends up making you look really bad.
He said some bad things too. He's like,
oh, this is true.
He said, I don't know how exactly he said it, but he's like, yo, so the Wonhyuk was like, my ranking is so low. Can I please be center so I get more screen time? Essentially, right? And then Yuri was like, well, after the rankings, everyone's rank is dropped anyway, so it doesn't really matter what you just said. I was like, bro, come on. Like, come on. And then when he said, like, I don't know what you're going to do because I'm not going to give up center. Essentially, that's what he said, too.
It looks bad.
Yeah, it was. That's just.
The optics were terrible for him. Like, he came off like a bully, and then he messed. And the fact that they gave it to him and then he screwed it up is the worst part.
See, okay, here's. Okay. You know, I kind of understand. If I was in his position, I wouldn't have argued the same way he would have. Like, I
No.
wouldn't say, I'm not going to give it up. I'm not going to say that. But, like, you know, if I get to the point where I'm like, you know what? I fucked up. I shouldn't be center. I'll give it up to someone else. I would heavily support Wonhyuk.
No, okay. I was on the Wonhyuk train at that point until they showed no one listening to Baekjin.
Oh, that was also true.
Yeah.
Because I know Wonhyuk performed the best at the end, but during the practice, at least the clips they showed us, he wasn't the best teammate either.
The whole team was problematic.
The whole team was terrible. Like, I feel like if Baekjin didn't mess up his lyrics, the storyline would have been, wow, Baekjin really pulled this together, even though his teammates were fighting, right?
Right.
This is absolute dumpster fire.
But I mean, ranking wise, Wonhyuk is pretty high now.
Wonhyuk's 100% safe now, so it kind of worked out for him.
Yeah.
Isn't he the kid who began with rank 99?
Yes,
Yep.
that's him.
I'm looking at a miracle right there. Looking at a miracle.
All right, let's move on to the next one. So it was Boyo, also known as Day by Day in English from 101. This was the group where Nam Donghyun, not Dohyun, Donghyun, right? This boy would not give up the guitar, right? That was the storyline. Like, at the end, it worked out fine, but at a certain point, I was like, bro, just give up the guitar. This group also, the other notable two contestants, I would say, were obviously Yubin and then Suhwan, right?
Suhwan
Did very well. But my boy Yubin is so good. Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Of
I feel like
course.
Yubin's gonna make it. Like,
Yubin, I think, is 100% going to make it now.
like, I'm looking at the guy, like, I'm just looking at the show. I'm like, damn, this guy doesn't do much, but he stands out. Like, he stands out.
The other things that I thought were memorable were when they called Jaehwan on the phone. He's like, Hyung,
Oh, yeah.
how do I sing this song? And he's like, sexy, right? And then they were like, all right, I guess we gotta sing the sexy. And then Yubin goes to Seongwu on the show, and he's like, Hyung, how do I be sexy? That was like the funniest moment this week for me. I really hope that Seongwu makes the final group too, because he is probably the best singer on the show. Last week, the kid with the bangs, Seongwu.
You can barely see.
The Big Bang. Not Big Bang.
Yeah,
Long
yeah.
Bang.
I think the two best vocalists are Yubin and Seongwu. And I would also put Suhwan in that category, though.
I agree. Strongly agree.
Yeah, sure.
The problem with Suhwan is he's gonna suffer with the lack of a better term that this show is a lot based on visuals, though, right? Because he has the who's the member of 17? Uzi, right?
Uzi.
His comp is Uzi, essentially, right?
Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with that.
We're like, so there's a Korean idiom where it's like, smaller peppers are more spicy, right? That's basically what he is, right? That's his thing.
I mean, when you look at shows like Produce, at the end of the day, it's a big popularity contest.
All right, I'm gonna just transition. Gobuksan, also known as Turtle Ship. Oh my god, this was the most infuriating.
All over again.
No, this was worse than Boombaya to me.
Yeah.
At least Boombaya last season, they were forced to choose that song and they were forced into that song, and it was the one song they didn't want to do, and they know they weren't good, right? So they tried hard. This is so much more infuriating because these kids actively chose this song.
They got to choose.
They
had a choice.
Jin Hyuk's there trying to carry the team as best as he can, and then they don't even pay attention. Like, I was so angry. And
my god.
Number one, Jin Hyuk is definitely Donguk's one pick, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's for sure.
Well, the thing is, like, it makes me even more frustrated knowing that the the people, like the staff, the national producer can see just how bad it's going.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure he's in the corner just laughing away and be like, look at them. This is gonna be great material for the next episode. That's what he's going, like.
the amount like Jinhyuk, like, does his back hurt because he carried them so much, right?
Oh my god.
Like I don't think Jinhyuk's the best idol rapper by any means.
No, I don't either.
But he is definitely a competent leader and a serviceable idol, right?
He's
For
a
sure.
team player.
He's a team player, and I don't think I would have handled it as well as he did. Like he stayed as
Wow.
the fact that he had to apologize, and they didn't like all get on their knees and beg for forgiveness from him, I think is infuriating, and that's what a lot of the netizens said. They were like, they couldn't believe how badly the trainees in his group treated him, considering he was all they had.
And here's the thing, right? Like, it kind of shows in their performance. Like, okay, it's one thing if things go astray behind the scenes, and if they pull off a great performance, I'm like, at the end of the day, this is a K-pop performance. They did a great performance. I would still be like satisfied. It was a horrible performance. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're okay. What also pissed me off was when the guy who has the pink hair, I don't know his name, but during when they were coming down to 2PP, he's like, I think I should get first. I was like, bro, what?
Oh,
He said he was expecting to be first. I'm like, oh my god, no way. Are you crazy, bro? But this might be a little mean, but I'm happy that the way the bonus votes work is that the team didn't get the bonus votes, because I don't think they deserve to go to the next round.
Mm.
I frankly agree. This pick kid,
No, like I was like, come on, Pick. You're in a different country. You said in the first segment that you don't know how to rap, but you want to learn how to rap. If you want to learn how to rap, learn how, like, actually show that you want to. Don't just fool around, right? Like that's one of the things where I'm saying like the mental maturity is a little low. Where like they don't realize how good of an opportunity this is. Like if you just struggle for 10 weeks, 12 weeks, and you try hard and the people at home see you're trying hard, you might make the final team and you're set for life. Like, I don't think these kids are grasping that enough.
nope. No.
And you can tell which kids are. Like, Jinhyuk, this is like, dude, this is like life or death for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one kid said in one of the earlier groups that it is army or stage, right? Like,
Right.
I was so pissed off. I thought the performance was better than I had expected, but I didn't think it was like crazy good. Considering what he had, I think that was the best he could have done with it.
Yeah.
I remember like, because I saw this performance before I saw the whole episode, because a video clip of the whole performance was posted on one of the Korean hip hop forums I frequently visit,
Oh boy.
and you know the comments were not something you expect, right? Because normally when they bring up idol rappers, we're always like, idol rappers are idol rappers. They're not hip hop. Don't judge them on the same level we judge rappers at. They're just like the thing they're going for is different, right? They're not going for hip hop music. Don't judge them for like the rap abilities. But then we were like, all of the comments were like, I thought idol rappers are better than this. Like, I thought they're good at dancing.
I mean, if you base it on, I guess those people on the forum don't have the how do I call it, the background information that none of those kids knew how to rap.
Background information.
They have the
We just
background
saw the
information.
performance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, we saw the performance only.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they had the background information that literally, I think it was at 7 kids, 6 out of the 7 had never rapped before. That's like crazy to me.
Yeah, that's the like. Here's the thing, right? If you're like, let's say I'm rapping for the first time in my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
That's I'm doing it for the first time, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be good or not. Why would I choose X position? Why would I not choose?
Okay, I was hyped for Eugene at the beginning of the show. I completely turned the tables on like my opinion of him, because the fact that he would choose X is so short-sighted in my opinion. Like, oh my, he just chose it. He's like, because I liked the song and I wanted to. That's not a good enough reason at this point, right?
Right.
I mean, he's a young kid. I don't really.
I think a lot of those kids on this show who don't make it, this next cut will like look back on how they did this season and be like, man, I should have done some things differently. Not now, but maybe in the future.
Maybe a couple years later.
All right, let's move on to what I think was the best performance of the day, Believer. This was good.
Oh.
Oh,
I think this is the
Yes.
legendary stage of the year, at least for
I
this
agree.
round.
I agree.
This was really good. I thought Dongpyo was great.
Right.
I really like Gukhyun, right? That's his name.
Yep.
Con.
Gukhyun. He's also in the same company as Yubin.
Yubin.
So that's pretty cool. Also, the craziest thing is that Usuk and Jin Hyuk are in the same group, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
nuts? That's nuts. I wasn't a big Uptension follower before this show, but I'm going to have to go back and watch some of their stuff. But going back to Believer, I agree that they are hard pushing Dongpyo, and I think he did redeem himself for me this episode because he struggled, but he overcame it. I was a little cold on him last week, but I'm going to take some of that coldness away.
You know, I was looking at the kid, and I was like, damn, I wish you were my little brother.
Really?
Dongpyo?
I don't know, like, you know, he's one of the kids where I'm like, damn, like, I wanna like buy you a meal, give you a nice.
Not Hyungjun? Dude, Hyungjun's the baby. Hyungjun so
I don't
much.
know. I don't know all of the. You know, looking at this kid who's like all like cutesy and all. He's like, I want to be a manly man. And I'm like, oh, you want to be a manly man? No, eat my duck, eat your tteokbokki, little kid. You know, that kind of thing.
But the winner of this group was Yoon Sung, right?
Oh, Hwang Yun-sung, yeah.
Yes. What rank is he currently? Let me find
He's
him.
higher than before.
This is true. He's higher than before.
What is his last
He's
name?
a Woolim kid.
Oh, Woolim. Okay.
Hwang.
Hwang. Okay. Give me like... Oh, he's 21 now. He should be higher than that. He's
Oh.
better than that. Come on, let's raise his rank. Lastly, we had To My Youth, and the main storyline revolved around Jinwoo and Mingyu, right?
Oh, yeah.
I really liked Jinwoo at the beginning, right? Hinami, but man, I found it a little bit too much this week.
He's young.
He's young. That was the
He's very
vibe.
young.
The people online are ripping, like destroying him.
Oh.
He's a kid. Let him be. Kind of.
Yeah. They people were mostly shocked that when he like wouldn't sing in front of the teammates.
He kind of had to. Kind of.
Kind of why
I
you're
mean,
in the
practice.
show.
he pulled it off at the end, and then they focused on
Right.
Mingyu. Mingyu had a really good line who said, I want to be someone who is good, not someone who is trying hard." And it's clear that he's trying really hard because he was an X and then he was in
Yeah.
D, and he's only been a trainee for a couple months, so it's not like he's super ready to be an idol. But you can tell that, man, when he started talking about him reading the Akpo, the bad comments, I felt bad for him. But he's trying hard, and it's one of those positions where he's good looking, so they're pushing him higher than where he probably deserves to be. But he recognizes that, so he feels that he needs to compensate, which I think is commendable. But man, Usuk is really good. Like
Yes.
Oh, he was good, yeah.
Yeah.
he if you average like looks, dance, singing, he's probably the like top 3 best kids on the show in terms of for idol levels, right? Being an idol,
Right, yeah.
he's the most idol ready by far. Is he like the center of Uptension? I don't know how that group functions.
He wasn't. I don't think he was center, but he was definitely like one of the faces, if not the face of Uptension. Like he
Okay.
was shown. Yeah.
According to their profile, he's the official censor of the group.
Okay, so
Currently.
I mean,
okay,
it
I
makes
thought
it
was
makes
good,
sense to
but
me.
anyway.
Like it makes sense to me if he
Yeah.
is.
He was definitely shown in the group, which is why I was surprised he was in produced, but he's doing well.
Oh, he's doing very well, and they're not even showing him much, but he still is dominating, right? Like they're
Yeah.
not giving him the storylines because his storyline would be like, "Wow, Usuk is good, and we knew he was good." Right? That would, or the storyline would be like, "Wow, Usok's good looking. Man, he's really good looking, right? Like, that would be the story.
Look at him. He's actually good looking. Look at him.
I did say I didn't like one of the parts of the arrangement where they kept singing ah. Like, I thought it was too much ah going on. But in terms of who won for vocal, Usok won. For rap, Wonhyuk won. For dance, Hyunsu won for Swalla. And then for the exposition, Jinhyuk won.
Yep.
The person who benefited the most this round is definitely going to be Wonhyuk, because I don't think he would have made the next round without winning it. He might have, based on how their team did and how he carried the team, but this basically assures he's going to be like top 20 next week. If not, he might even be in the top 10. And my hot take prediction is that Jinhyuk's going to end up being number 1 at this next elimination.
He's number 1 right now.
He is?
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's... Oh, no, he's won in terms of the voting, right? The fan votes.
Right, yeah.
But I think when you factor in the votes at home, I think he's still going to be number 1.
I was just a little concerned because I don't know what ranking I looked at, but Jinhyuk was number 1, and I couldn't find Johan in the top 20.
Oh, no. The votes you saw were the in-person voting, and if you remember, Johan was 5th in the group. So
right, okay.
But once you factor in the people at home, Johan,
worried.
I'll be shocked if Johan's out of top 10.
Exactly.
Man, for me, I think this season, more than ever, everyone feels really young. Like, more than, like, if I think about season 2, everyone kind of seemed like kind of ready to go, right? Other than like Kwai Lin. Everyone seemed prepared. I think this year more than ever, they're pushing some kids who might not be 100% ready. But
here's the thing,
that's
right?
True.
Because I'm comparing it to Produce 48 because that's the only season where I've seen it from the top to bottom, or actually any of the episodes fully. To be honest with you, and if you look at the ages of Produce 48, is actually only the Korean ages only, not the Japanese people. The youngest was, what's her name? Chang Won-young, right? Wasn't Chang Won-young the youngest? Ihaeun was she also the youngest?
I think Won-young was the youngest.
Was Won-young the youngest? They're all 2004, that kind of era, which is the same birth year as like Nam Do-hyun and like what's his name? Jinwoo, right? And like
they seemed so much more composed and ready to go.
They seemed a lot more mature, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Well, girls mature faster than
this
guys.
This is true. Like, it's like watching middle school all over again. Guys just doing shit in the background of the classroom and girls yelling at them doing that shit.
This is the one thing that's confusing to me. If you look at the kids who made top 20 last year but didn't make it, it is full of kids who are super talented, right? It's like Miru, Park Hae-yoon, Shitao Miu, Takeuchi Miu, Judy, Miho, Gaon, and Chowon, right? All of those kids are at the level to like make the final. Like, I wouldn't say all of them, but I would say more than half are at the level to make the final team, right?
Oh, most of them were, yeah.
Most of them were
easily.
This season, if I had to pick out like 20 kids who are like ready to go to be thrown into a group, I don't know if I could pick 20 of them.
That's true.
This is also true.
That's why, like, when I compare like, I do think I think this year's more about the potential than the actual talent right now.
I agree.
And for someone, and if you think about season 2, other than like Kwai Lin, everyone was pretty much ready to go to debut.
Yeah.
That's why this season's like a strange year for Produce. I don't know.
How many episodes is this gonna be?
12.
The last bit of news I wanted you know how I'm into statistics, right?
Yes.
The last thing that I want to bring up, I'm going to read this. So this is talking about how the final place, the 11th place, will be decided by totaling the number of votes accumulated throughout the season, right?
Right.
All right, yeah.
For comparison, if this method was used in season 1, Yeonjung, who had 1,082,000 votes, would have been replaced by Kim Na-young from Jellyfish Entertainment, who had 1.4 million, right?
Yep.
Damn.
Season 2, Ha Sung-un, who had 2.5 million votes, would have been replaced with JR, who had 4.6 million.
Oh.
4.6.
4.6. And lastly, Cheon would have been replaced by Gaon, Cheon had 1.5 million. Gaon had 1.9.
So what I'm hearing is Takahashi Jury still wouldn't have made it.
Correct.
That
What I'm hearing is that someone who's in the top 10 right now, but who's trending downwards, will still probably make the group. One person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's only one person. People in the top 10 who are trending downwards. There's too many of them right now.
That's true.
I mean,
okay, I can't pull names.
I just think that the way they're doing, no, I think it's good because it eliminates some of the variability in 1 week voting, right? Because you're giving the last spot to someone who's more or less earned it. So that means I think Jin Hyuk's gonna make it in the 11th spot. That's what this is
I
reading
hope
to me.
he does.
Because finally the JR and Gaon character will make it because they deserved it over the
Please.
season.
Justice.
If Jin Hyuk does not make this, if Jin Hyuk does not make the final group, I'm gonna find it very hard to stay in the group. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
But alright, I think that wraps up our Produce Talk. We'll definitely come back next week and our reactions to the rankings and all that kind of stuff. But this has been SojuTalk, the weekly shot at K-pop. I'm Doug, and I'd like to thank Warren and Nita for joining me. Please like, subscribe, download us, leave us feedback and questions at sojutalkpodcast@gmail.com, YouTube, Reddit, wherever you are finding us. I am super hyped for Red Velvet, Stray Kids, and Chungha. We will 100% cover them next week, so we will see you then. Bye!
Bye.
Bye-bye.